Hey there. Good to see everybody. Today, I am going to be um, talking a little bit about design sprints and the upcoming workshop we have for design sprints and how to learn more about design sprints. We are going to give away a free ticket to the design sprint workshop we have coming up. I am going to give you a URL. I'm going to go ahead and paste this in the comments. If you weren't able to um, join the contest, um, you can sign up. Should be able to see the posts in my feeds. You can also maybe click the link here if that comes through. I think that maybe only worked on YouTube, but we also have the link inside of LinkedIn as well as Facebook. Just kind of scroll my feed for the link. Just want to make sure that you know that you can excuse me, that you can find that link and you can sign up to win. And I'm going to announce the winner here pretty shortly. But before I do, I want to go into a little bit more about what this workshop's about, what design sprints are about, and why they're important, and maybe who should attend. So design sprints were created by Jake Knapp at Google Ventures. And he was sort of experimenting with the process when he was at Google. He started to realize there were some dynamics about how projects got done and how we did our best work together. And he started to refine these ideas, and his work started to focus on how to work in these new ways. And he was able to kind of shift his career at Google and then ultimately take this work into Google Ventures, where he worked with portfolio companies to really refine the process with the rest of the Google Ventures design team. And then he put the stories into a book and released the process. And a lot of companies have had a lot of great success using the tools and the methods to create prototypes and test them. In a lot of ways, it is kind of pulling together the best qualities of lean, agile, behavioral dynamics, user experience design, design thinking, and kind of putting them together into a kind of cohesive 5-day process that you can quickly follow. And what I've found is that teams that have been really curious about working in this way, but maybe haven't had support from leadership, or just haven't been able to cross that knowing doing gap, the design sprint's been a really great tool for them to start to explore and understand some of the moves and build some of that muscle memory around how to approach these methods and working in this way. And so can't underscore enough that while the design sprint is a great tool to come in and like surgically solve a problem, and it's very powerful at solving problems, it can also be really powerful at making cultural shifts in your organization, where people step back and go, oh, this is a new way of working. This is how I can change the way that we interact on a day-to-day basis. This is going to change how I think about defining products and building stuff for customers and working with each other, and even just understanding customers' needs. So it's kind of like soft entry into doing more research, into getting more curious and building more prototypes to understand and build momentum around our ideas. And so the process bakes into, or basically boils down to, a 5-day process. And that process is going to allow us to build and test a prototype in just 5 days. And so on day one, we are starting to understand our problem space. We're coming together to unpack these questions we might have. We get really aligned on our goal, look at the current state, kind of map out what's happening so we really understand what is the user journey, or what is the what is happening today, what are these factors at play. So, and then it's really amazing once we start to visualize these things, whether it's on a whiteboard or in a tool like Mural. We're starting to understand visually how information flows, how behaviors flow from one to the next, or needs change as you move through a system. And visualizing these things creates opportunity for us to better understand what's happening and to draw conclusions we wouldn't have drawn otherwise. And then we can dive deeper into conversation. It's really great to kind of draw out these conversations we wouldn't have had otherwise. And we can get to a deeper understanding with each other. We can have a really meaningful discourse and surface up some of these things that we wouldn't have found. Now, once we get that alignment, we're going to use that to really hyper focus. So I like to think of it as like a funnel. We're filtering down. We're getting to a very specific target that we're going to focus on for the rest of the sprint. So that's our outcome for day one. It's like all that alignment, all that cohesion that we built together is going to coalesce into a very specific focused target. Then we're going to use that for the rest of the week. So using that momentum and that very, very laser precision that we've gotten together, that focus, we're going to move into day two, which is about ideas and sketching and solutions. And we're going to start off by inspiring each other with some lightning demos. What have we seen in the world that gets us excited? Where have we seen success? And then we're going to move into creating our own sketches so we can kind of share these ideas and kind of get excited about where we think we could solve and create opportunity to meet our goals. And looks like I'm going to swap something out real fast because this looks like I am still frozen. Sorry about that. If let's see, I'm going to just do a quick reset to see if that fixes it, and I'll be right back. All right, 1 second. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. I'm not sure why that froze, but we're going to get inspired by these things that we share from Analogous Inspirations, and then we'll move into some of solo sketching. We'll create those sketches, and then on Wednesday we will kind of look at those sketches. We'll critique them together. We'll kind of draw out the best ideas. What's most exciting about each of these sketches, and then we'll decide on which sketch, or potentially which sketches kind of go together, or which ones we might want to even test side by side. On Thursday, we go heads down and we build a prototype. And this is very exciting. This is where maybe some people start to sweat, because we've got a big deadline at the end of the day. And then on Friday, we take that prototype and we test it. And I think some of this is where the biggest learning happens. Of course, there's a lot of learning happening earlier in the week around capabilities of the team, getting understanding about how we relate and what we know about each other, what that alignment buys us as far as team dynamics. But really, when we think about like how we build products, prototyping on Thursday and testing on Friday, real big lessons around how we can approach those things and get the most out of them. So that's the design sprint in a nutshell. And we're going to be going through that in this workshop across 2 days in the virtual setting. We're going to be teaching how to do it using virtual tools. So how to use our 2Canvas system. We're going to be showing some of our virtual moves, how we are successfully executing design sprints in the virtual world. We're also going to be going through each activity in detail and how to move those activities forward, get the best out of the people in the room. So some facilitation hacks and tricks. And we're even going to have Jake Knapp, the creator of the process, in for a Q&A for the last hour on day 2. So really excited about having him give a cameo there. And it really just, it's going to be an exciting time. So, whether you are a designer who wants to get more experience with kind of how to facilitate and layer into prototypes and what that looks like with testing, or if you are a product owner or a product manager, or you lead a product organization, or you might be a scrum master, you might even be a CTO or a technical lead, or even just a developer who is really interested in how we make better products and how you can participate in a human-centered design type of process as a technical contributor. So it really is a cross-functional process that we embark on with the design sprint. And so the workshop can be helpful across functions as well. Anyone that's curious about how this might help their organization, we're going to give you the tools, the mindsets, the expertise to be able to speak to the benefits, as well as to make some of these moves in your organization and really reap some of the benefits of the design sprint and how it can really transform your organization. So excited about this workshop, really excited to have Jake. We used to do these in person with Jake, and we had a really big one planned in Denver when the pandemic hit and just blew that up. And so, really missing doing these. So we're doing one virtual, showing all of our virtual tips and tricks, and excited to have Jake in with us as well. It's always fun to hang with him. And with that, I want to just say thanks everyone who joined in on the giveaway, who submitted your name. And I'm just going to hit shuffle here in a second, and we're going to see who our lucky winner is. So just bear with me for 1 second, because I need to hit my a little scene change here. So let's see, we got that. And here we are. Excellent. And of course, when I restarted, it shifted my windows. So just bear with me. I'm just going to go ahead and just do that real quick. All right. So we are all set. I'm going to kick this in, and we're going to quickly pick our winner. Is everyone ready? Here we go. Boom. And the winner is Ishmael Kone. So Ishmael, I'm really excited to have you join us. Excuse me, I got a little bit of a cough today. So Ishmael, congratulations. Super excited to have you join us for the Design Sprint Workshop with Jake Knapp on Q&A. It's going to be a blast, and it's going to be a great way to think about how to transform your organization, how you can work differently, get to that alignment, visualize how you do work, really borrow from some of these techniques around lean startup, design thinking, etc., and do it in a really fast way. Most companies say It usually takes them 6 months or longer to get some of these results, but we do it in a week. So thanks for listening. Big congratulations to Ishmael, and hope you all have a great day. And we'll be back with our regular Tuesday chats next week with a guest. So thanks a bunch, and hope you enjoy your day.